Hi, and welcome to week 13 of the Information. I'm Jeff Gibbons.
And I'm Barry Fitzgerald.
Well. Big week with picks. Woo! Woo! Loving that hat, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's just what a week. You were down and you got to see a game this week. And,
yeah, we did. Yeah, and had a great time with Danny O from New Brunswick, one of our mystery pickers from earlier on in the season.
That's right.
Great trip, Danny, man. Thanks for tagging along there. Had a great time, I gotta say. Shout out to Tailgate Joe for hosting us and actually welcoming New England fans. That's for Steve Strawbridge. So if you ever want to go to MetLife and you're a little bit nervous about cheering for your team, Tailgate Joe will still look after you, although he's the best Jets tailgate on the lot, and many would argue the best tailgate in the NFL.
Okay. Well, it was nice that he made us part of that, so I understand we got a little bit of footage there.
Yeah.
Why don't we roll that now and show you what happened with you and Dan and Tailgate Joe?
Sure, you want to chance it?
Yeah, let's give it a go. All right. Here's the clip.
No. Yeah, it's going.
No.
All right, so we're here with Tailgate Joe, Jet for the R formation. We're here at MetLife, ready for the big matchup here now. And here we go with Tailgate Joe. I think he's got something to say.
If you're here, if you're coming out to the States, coming to a football game, coming to MetLife, this is where you want to be. Biggest party at MetLife, biggest Jets party, one of the largest tailgates in all the NFL. Check it out, it's a great time, lots of great food, lots of great fun. It's an American tradition that you got to be a part of.
Yeah, all right, Jeff, right. Here we go now. I think you got another something else to say here now.
This is what we do here, get the team going, you got to give it a chance.
All right.
J-E-T-S, Jets, 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 going down! Woo!
Jets, Jets.
Going down.
Going down. That's awesome. But you know what? Good sports all around down there, folks. And like I said, and we all know where that game was going to land, but it was nice of you to go down there and cheer for the Jets.
It was close for 3 quarters, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Close, but hey.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's right. Yeah, I think they threw a few grenades in the last quarter.
That's right. Well, last week's picks. Let's get to it, Barry. You came out on top again this week. 11-4, bringing you to 104-72 for the year. And our mystery picker and myself both went 10-5. And our mystery picker last week was Mac Attack Jack, none other than our very own John Timmons.
Way to go, John.
Great job, by the way. And like I said, the mystery picker now 10-5 puts them at 98-78 for the year.
Wow. And
my 10-5 puts me at 108-68. So, all still pretty close, and we'll go from there. This week's mystery picker is going by the moniker Dime.
Okay.
Just Dime. And I think about things like Pantera and the March of Dimes, and who knows. Yeah. But anyway, Dime is with us this week. And let's get right to it, man. Let's talk about the picks.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to start off with New Orleans going into Dallas to play the Cowboys. Who do you like here, Barry?
Well, New Orleans is just looking really strong. I got to stick with the Saints on this one. That's for Mississippi Mike as well.
Yeah, actually, right across the board here, Don myself also going New Orleans, juggernaut team. It'll be a good game nonetheless, I'm sure.
Yep.
Next, we got Indianapolis in Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. Who do you like?
Well, I like the Colts here on this one on the road, moving up to the 9th position in the power rankings, Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And Jacksonville's still hurting way down to 28. So Indianapolis for me on the road for this one.
All three of us agree. Indianapolis. Next, it's Cleveland and Houston.
I like the Texans at home here. That Hopkins is something phenomenal to watch. Love watching him play ball.
I like watching in commercials too, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Houston for me.
I don't know, that little kick, I don't know if he can do it. Right? It's all good. Yeah, Houston right across the board here. Dime and myself both there. Buffalo is in Miami to play my Dolphins.
I'm going to go with your Dolphins this week, buddy. I hope they pull one out here.
I think so, too. It's time for them. And at home, they play better. I'd be a little more concerned about this if they were playing in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But right across the board, I think we're all going with the Dolphins this week. And hopefully now they can get back on the right side of it. They're still in it, but mathematically slipping down that list now. When you got all those teams, like Indianapolis and Baltimore and all in at 6-5 now. They're at 5-6, but still in the race. Next, we got Arizona's in Green Bay to play the Packers.
Well, Green Bay slipping all the way down to 17 now in the power rankings. I'm going to pick them at home because Aaron Rodgers has a plan. Win, 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 win. And they're in. So, that's for you, Barry.
That worked for Jim Fossil and them.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. As a matter of fact, I think there was one of us who picked Green Bay to not make the playoffs this year. So,
Yes.
it's interesting to see how that unfolds. But I'm going to pick them this week.
We're all going with Green Bay this week, actually. We're all going with Green Bay. Next, we got Carolina and Tampa Bay. And, you get that NFC South.
Yeah. The Panthers still struggling there. 6-5, playing the 26th ranked Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who you don't know who's going to show up. But I think they're going to keep pounding. So Panthers for me this weekend.
And Panthers. Wow, this is getting to be pretty interesting. Let's see if we can mix it up a little bit. Baltimore's in Atlanta now.
Okay, I got Baltimore on the road. Jeff, don't know how our mystery picker is looking there now.
I got Baltimore on the road here as well, but he's going with Atlanta. So here's our first difference.
All right.
So big game for the Ravens, and I think that they'll be up for it. Atlanta sinking like a Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
So
sad, really.
hopefully it works out for them. Next, we got Chicago playing the New York Football Giants.
Well, it doesn't matter what I do here because I'm probably going to be wrong. Because as I said before, I can never get the Giants right on a pick, whether I pick for them or against them. But that Bears for me on the road.
And Bears.
Okay.
An up-and-coming team, buddy.
Yeah. 8-3 now.
Yes. So that's all good. Next, we got Denver in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Even though it's just a regular season game, Denver's looking stronger. I'm going to go with the Broncos here on this one on the road.
Funny you should say that because I'm looking at I've been looking at the end of their schedule.
Yeah.
Soft as butter, man.
Listen,
They could make a run and they could be a team in the playoffs and hungry.
Defense looking good too there.
Absolutely. It has been perennially.
Yeah.
I'm going with Denver. You're going with Denver. Our mystery picker, Dime, is going with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow. Okay.
At home. Next, we got the LA Rams at Detroit.
Rams just continue to be a really strong team. Although Detroit, upset the New England Patriots earlier this year, but I'm still picking the Rams on this one.
With Matt Patricia.
That's right. Can't seem to beat anybody else, but beat New England anyway. Steve, strawberries, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going with the Rams, and so is Dime. So we're right across the board again. A lot of consensus this week. Next, we got the New York Jets in Tennessee to play the Titans.
Well, I saw the Jets play this week. And sorry, Caitlin, but unfortunately I'm going to have to say I believe Tennessee is going to win this one at home, Jeff.
We got 10-10-10. That's 30,
Three
buddy.
tens.
Three
dimes.
3 dimes.
Yeah.
Dime is going with 10 as well.
There you go, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Next, we got Kansas City in Oakland.
If there was ever a scary game, yeah, that's right, Jeff. I don't know how many millions of dollars they got tied up, but they had that little altercation there the other week. Great, Derek Carr and John Gruden on the sideline. A lot made about the money they were paying for the two of them to fight, and they all brushed it off after. But Kansas City for me, obviously.
Kansas City, here they come, all right across the board. Good. Next, we got San Francisco in Seattle to play your.
Here we go. Big win in Carolina. And as I said last week with the schedule that Seattle has coming down the stretch, they have 3 of their last games against the Cardinals and the 49ers. So looking really good now for a playoff spot and playing better.
They've been there before.
65, yeah. But Richard Sherman is coming home. So it's going to be interesting to see how he gets received in that stadium. A lot of talk about Russell Wilson and that relationship between him and Sherman, and as well as Pete Carroll. But they're talking Doug Baldwin is really close with Richard Sherman. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. Doug Baldwin and Richard Sherman matchup is going to be good to watch, I think.
It'll be good for the game, I think. It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yep.
Next, so we're
Seattle for me.
We're all going with Seattle here, actually. Now, moving on to now it's getting ready for your 2 minutes here. We got to talk about Minnesota in Foxborough playing the New England Patriots. So I'm going to apologize to Steve Strobridge ahead of time. And I'm just going to let you know that myself and Dime are both going to New England here. And although I think if there was a team that could keep it close with the New England Patriots in the remaining schedule, at home, I think that the Minnesota Vikings can keep this game close. And I think it can give them a little bit of a start. But like in true Patriots fashion, they will pull away in the fourth quarter. I'm giving this a score. That's what I'm saying. The difference is, and it's going to be a great game to watch.
Well, you weren't far off last week when you gave the score with the Jets playing, because they did keep it. They did keep putting the score up until, as you said, the last quarter. And I think you're right. New England's really strong as the game goes on. It gets stronger. Watch Grant get his first touchdown in a long time last week in New York. But you know, I'm looking at that NFC North up there. I'm looking at Chicago. You know, and I'm looking at the position Minnesota's in now with a 6-4-1 record. And I think they're going to pull out all the stops this week. I really do.
It's a big game for them.
And it's a big game. And let me tell you, as you just said, if there's a team right now at this point in the season that can go into New England and give them a good game and steal one, I think it's the Minnesota. I think it's the Minnesota Vikings, and that's who I'm going to pick this week.
That was almost 2 minutes dead on, buddy. That was good. Interestingly enough, that's a big game for the New England Patriots as well.
Absolutely.
Given that that loss that Pittsburgh suffered last week.
Whoa, that was desperate for Pittsburgh, and as we said earlier,
we all know how that shakes up the buys and things like that.
Well, knock Pittsburgh out and put New England in that 2 spot right now. So,
okay.
And if Kansas City's not careful, they'll be number 1.
And Pittsburgh's got their hands full now in the next game here. They got the Chargers coming to town.
Yeah.
And no gimme there.
No gimme there. Chargers with a better record by half a game. But I think, as we said before, I think they had a little bit of at least I believe they had a little bit of a softer schedule. But listen, Pittsburgh got some wrongs to right here this week. And I'd say they watched a lot of film and did a lot of soul searching over the last 7 days. So, you know, they're a team that's going to be tough this week at home, so I'm picking the Steelers.
Me too, and of course, Dime also. So another trifecta. Yep. Finally, we got Washington in Philadelphia to play the Eagles. Again, a divisional matchup. And one that has carrying a little bit of weight right now when you think about where those two teams are.
Well, I mean, this reminds me of the All-North division in the NHL. Nobody wanted to win it, right?
That's right.
You know, they're all fighting for the bottom spot, But Philadelphia, I think, plays Dallas later. Washington is hurting. So they're in a position to own that if, depending on how the Dallas-New Orleans game goes. But if things can work out for Philadelphia Sunday, they're in a good spot. And then they got Dallas. And if they can beat Dallas, then I think you'll see Philadelphia emerge as the defending Super Bowl champs that they should show themselves to be. So I'm picking Philadelphia at home on this one.
Yeah, and that's the most volatile division in the whole NFL anyway. It always is.
Yeah,
and something to watch. So I agree with you. I think Philadelphia comes up big here, and so does Dime. So there's our picks for the week, folks. Let us know what you think. Joe Fitz, I'm looking forward to seeing your picks again this week. Keep them coming. Anybody else is going to put them up on the page, put them out there. And then, like I say, we register our picks with CBS Sports with the Pick'em. So it's there for all to see. We've got, some great games coming up this weekend. And I know people got places to be and things to do, right? Especially this time of the year, right? This is it, man. Yeah. So we're not going to hold you up any longer. We're going to say enjoy the games, but respect the games. Don't drink or that and drive. Yeah.
Final shout out to Tailgate Show again for hosting us down in New York, man. Great setup there. And as well, anybody that's going to a game, Jeff, we'd love to see your clips. Send them in. We'll get them on. We'll get them on and make sure everybody else sees them. We want to have as much fun as we can here so that people enjoy this little thing of ours.
Thanks to everybody.
All right.
So until next week, it's good night from me.
And good night from me too.
We're wearing something different today. Fuck, I can't make fun of you.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What am I wearing?
Week
13.
Week 13? You sure?
Have I ever let you down before?
All right.